Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gulfstream today. Ron Nicoletti along with Brian Netta. Samantha will be along in just a bit for the rest of the day. And what a beautiful day it is. Once again, it looks like a painting out there. The skies are all blue, fast main track, firm turf course, just spectacular weather here. I can't remember, Brian, the last time it rained.
It's a great call. I don't either. It's been
2 weeks,
absolutely
right?
picture perfect. Chamber of Commerce, if I may quote
certainly.
you. And look at us behind us. Another Sunday fun day here.
Yeah, and we had so much fun yesterday talking about that. The Rainbow Six will be showing you that payout and everything yesterday, mandatory payout. So we're starting anew today, and we got some really nice horses interspersed between these races this afternoon.
It's a tricky sequence.
Yeah, tricky sequence, but we're going to start it off with the early pick 5 this afternoon, and Brian's got a ticket he's going to put together.
Yeah, I think it's pretty tight early. I think it expands later, but I think it's pretty tight early. It's $12 for me. Race number 2, the top pick is St. Olaf Rose. We'll see what she does on her comeback, but if she's anything like she was when Safi claimed her at Oaklawn, she'll lap this field. But I did use the 9 as well. Rocky C seems to be the main or possibly the only danger. I could have played this for $6, Ron. In race number, you see back-to-back singles. Race 3, it's Big Amadeus. And race 4, it's the 2 Victory Avenue. So exciting to see what he does in his much anticipated comeback. I kind of feel like we're in a Hitchcock movie here with all these birds rolling around us.
Yeah, lots of birds.
A little bit here. And in race number 5, my long shot today, I thought maybe you might land here, Ronnie, with a speed play on the turf. It's the 1 Ipanema Princess on a $12 early pick. Did you bring these birds back from Folsom Prison or what?
No, but I do have my long shot there. It's the 3. And
Oh, okay.
Confer,
All right.
and they're just going a little different way. And, there's a lot of birds in here today. A lot of noise going on. So it's 7.5 furlongs on the turf this afternoon to kick the day off. And what better way to do it? So we have a full field of 10 kicking it off. Brian, you went with the number 6, and that's Elch's Puzzle.
Yeah, we're going to add Lasix. We're going to add blinkers. We've got speed already. I thought the turf race wasn't bad at all. It was in for 35. Now we dropped to a quarter. I don't really think there's much of a difference here, but I like that race. I think we could get a very early in the betting. We're sitting over there at 9-1. Ronnie, we can't say it enough. Speed on this turf course.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's been good all along. And,
Yep.
As we sort of tipped our hand a little bit, we haven't had much rain.
Nope.
So, we have the sprinkler system. That's certainly not like a good 2-3 days of rain. I did go with the number 1, Want to Be Loved, in this one. First off, the claim by Jennifer Young. I can't make fault of what that horse did last time for $25,000.
No.
And what I like, and I know this is one of your favorite angles, bringing it back where it belongs
Right
instead
at
of
the level.
stepping it up to 50,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah, and the Powder Pop team is very shrewd with their claims, and this is another horse with some speed. Doesn't need to be in front, won't be too far out of it regardless of where Miguel Vasquez puts him, the ground-saving post, and you could make a case that this is the horse to beat. Not favored only because it's Safi and Irad that is the favorite.
Yeah, we got a video we're going to show you with that Chill the J. Also, a message from the King in there. And the Chill the J is now listed as a gelding.
Take note of that. He's going to kind of fly home late a little bit. This was at 7.5. He's got a good post for this trip here at 7.5. The rails are at 45 feet. He was kind of maybe figuring out the game here in mid-stretch. And Irad was aboard that day. He'll be back aboard today as well. I would think you get a much, much better run today from Chill the J, and again, early in the betting, no surprise that he's a stiff favorite right now.
Had to steady a little bit in the stretch. Absolutely did not cause anything. So there you see.
And there's your gallop out.
Gallop out, so it was pretty good. We'll see how that horse runs in race number 1. Race number 2, we're going to be on a fast main track at 6 furlongs, and this is the 30th running of the Bobby and Leslie Sage Classic. Good friends of ours, as Leslie and Bobby both worked here for years and years at Gulfstream Park. We do scratch the number 2, Our Fortune Cookie, so Mary from Christine Lee's will not be able to bet this horse again today.
Oh, there you go. Never dawned on me.
Do you have a ticket?
It's a run back. I'll post it on Twitter. It's exactly the run back of my early pick 5.
I absolutely agree with you. If St. Olaf Rose does anything like it did before, going on the bench should win.
No doubt about it. Now, obviously, there's major concerns here that Safi claimed this horse at Oaklawn on March 23rd of last year. and he hasn't gotten her to the races. It's Safi, it's Ken Ramsey. It's great to see Irad ride, so everything kind of adds up. And, she probably just is where she's supposed to be off such a long layup. The work certainly are pretty darn solid, and they're not giving her too much to chew off here. And a lot of Golden Girls fans will land here as well.
Yeah, and they are, 8,000. It's a drop here. They claimed it for 20, but these connections. Ken Ramsey
likes to win races.
Likes to win races. What about, I agree with you, too, with the number 9 in here, Rocky Seas. This one from Tarek Mubarak. This one first off the claim by him. Run a good second last time out. Actually, 2 seconds in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Three in a row.
And if the favorite is, for whatever reason, and there could be many of them, if the favorite stubs her toe, this is the absolute most likely recipient winner. Ronnie, the gap from the 7 and the 9 is ginormous.
Yeah,
right?
you go with a horse like you did with the 1 horse, or you go with the 4 that's turning back in distance. But I got to believe that the race runs through those 2 horses there. So
without a doubt.
Race 3 this afternoon is going to be 5.5 furlongs on the Tapeta. These are maiden claimers, 4-year-olds and up. Scratch the 6, seeking to collect, and one of your singles. And once again, I agree with you. It was sort of sounding like a broken record with Big Amadeus, Victor Barboza Jr.
Yeah, so we can lump Big Amadeus and Leo Fong together. And now Leo Fong ran out of room last time. The race was at 5 furlongs, so the gap could be tighter today. The problem with Leo Fong is Big Amadeus has got a world of tactical speed. Leo Fong has got absolutely none of it. So, Jaden Van Dyke's going to have to try to get this horse to break a little bit better. He's his own worst enemy at the start every time.
Yeah, so we'll see how it runs. And, so that's exactly why I lead it to Big Amadeus, just
Absolutely.
because of the tactical speed there. A couple other horses, we basically got the same super, just backed up a little bit. You go with the two Bernardo's Legacy you can use in there. And maybe that horse runs well here for, 12-5, came off the bench. You would think there's some kind of a positive move today.
I guess. I kind of feel like the more and more we look at his form at 0 for 26, the race he won, he actually won a race and then was later disqualified. That was just the old elephant in the room, right? Where's that coming from?
With that said, when I mentioned the scratch of the 6 seeking to collect, that sort of changed the whole race around
Very
as
good
far
point.
as 3rd and 4th go.
That
was my 3rd pick, So
yeah.
I'm searching with the 2, I'm searching with the 5 afterwards.
Yeah, not only is it 7-2 morning line out of the race, the lone speed of the race is gone too. So
I had him right, 3rd behind the 2 logicals
Very
in there,
good
so
point.
that changes everything around a little bit.
And it hurts Leo Fong a lot too.
Yeah.
So because he needs space. Excuse me.
No. I agree 100%. You think about when you do that race, I wasn't that enamored with the 2 horse, but then I remembered the 6 came out. Race 4 is going to be a 6 furlong sprint in here, and these are maidens, and these are 4-year-olds and up. We're going to scratch the 3 horse in here, Tapakina, and what do we get here from Victory Avenue?
I don't know. This was the 2024 fastest horse in the world, and he ran like it on debut. What a good second he was to Speakeasy, who came back, and he's another story, but he was so good for Todd Pletcher. We got a middle pick 4 here. All right, Samantha put one together. $24 ticket here, and ever popular middle pick 4. She does not like Victory Avenue today, so we'll get her out here later, and I'm excited to hear her talk about that, because this is a horse that's going to be a huge favorite.
Right.
You can see she's got the single in race number 7. It's my single as well, Lynn's Milky Way, my best bet, and then she's spreading a little bit. I said the 7 in race 6, and then she's spreading a little bit in race number 7. So, yes, she's not enamored with Victory Avenue. He's even on the morning line. Tapakina, the 9-2 choice, is out of the race. They're going to bury this horse on the tote board. Ronnie, where have you been? That's the question.
Yeah, where have you been? And I went back. Speakeasy started like a house on fire for Todd Pletcher, and the wheels came off that horse.
Totally came off. Scratched at the gate, I believe.
Yeah, scratched at
Fountain of Youth?
Yep, somewhere. We had one of those races. So, and then, so listen. I went a little different way myself in here. I went with the one on their term, for Bill Mott. And I just thought this horse, if you go back, you just cruise through its past performances, this horse is cut out to be a good horse. Is it going to be as fast as Victory Avenue? I don't know. But I figured it's not that much, it still hasn't been seen since May. So maybe I'm, just trying to flip-flop these two.
It's a fascinating race because there's a lot of horses. The majority of them are all coming off layoffs. And Term is interesting because not only is it Bill Mott, it's first time Bill Mott for this Claiborne and Adele Dill Schneider homebred that has run very well in Kentucky. But again, late May layoff, so we'll see. Bill is very adept at getting horses to fire big shots.
Well, you do have a replay of Victory Avenue.
Yeah, we could show it. This is a work, I believe, of Victory Avenue. And again, Samantha will be out here a little bit later on as well. And Victory Avenue's got the green vest. As you can see, a little bit of a stutter step start, and he breaks out. So he's going to have to be better behaved today from the starting gate. But you can see how fast he is, and he went 44-3 in his debut and just succumbed to Speakeasy. He was well clear. That was one of the higher-rated maiden races we had here last year at the championship meet, and it's unfortunate that he hasn't been back to the races since. He's a freakishly fast son of Arrogate, who, of course, we know so well here as a Pegasus World Cup winner. He's going to have to be a little bit more alert from the starting gate. He caused some problems there. It's exciting to see him come back. I don't want to lump him in with Ferocious for the same connections, but they were very adamant, different set of circumstances, but I just want to make the point that they were very adamant that Ferocious would need a race in the Holy Bull. Yep. And he did need a race in the Holy Bull.
And it looks like they're owned by the backfield of the New York Jets. There's so many names here. When you look at your programs, I think everybody has a piece of this horse. And you know what? I can't wait to see the horse coming back. I'm making a couple of jokes there.
Very exciting.
I want to show you a stat on the horse that we both have in third, and that's It's My Life. And I thought this horse had a chance to run very well in here. Route to sprint on the dirt the past 5 years. Solid numbers, 16%. This is what Rusty Arnold does. It's not that he's 30%, 37% in the money, and that's a positive return of investment of $1.78.
He's a dangerous horse for Victory Avenue, Ron, because he's got Luis Saez. He's drawn outside Victory Avenue, and Louis not given any quarter early on. He's going to make you run for it, and he's going to press this horse. He's a dangerous horse in this race. He's a dangerous horse for the heavy favorite.
Well, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have the Rainbow Six, and I think the Tropical Turf Pick 3 is going to start there.
The gang's all here today.
Yeah, We'll be right back.
And they're off.
New DRF All Access Past Performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all three past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access Past Performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back, Gulfstream. Today, Ron and Brian, fifth race, 1 mile, 1/16th on the turf. And this one is a claiming event, and we'll see how this is. Fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. We did have an early scratch of the 6, and it's a prominent one. It's actually the morning line favorite in their center stage. So I also think we have the Tropical Turf Pick 3 kicking off here. So I will show you my Rainbow 6 ticket, and then we'll jump into Samantha's Tropical Turf. And you can see I got $32.40. 3 deep, we'll talk about the 5th. 6th race, my top pick is your guy's top pick, the 7, Lynn's Milky Way, but I got some coverage. In race number 7, my top pick is the 3, that's Theatrics, but I used a couple more. I'm Bill Mott fan. I'm going back. He had a little rough day yesterday. I'm coming back with Big Pond. Race number 9. Can't wait to see Tucky what that horse going to do. And McClellan, I think you got some really nice horses in that race. And in the last, just 5, 11, and 9. The 9 being the top pick. And there's no evidence, still waiting for a jockey on that horse.
Race 9 might be as good a dirt non-stakes race, non-maiden race that we've run. What a good optional claimer for the older horses. Born Noble and Catalytic. Clashing.
Yeah. It's just everything is good, looking good today. I want to really see what Wistocki does. Now let's take a look at the Tropical Turf. 3 deep in here. We'll talk about this. I think she's got the logical ones there. Race number 7 this afternoon. She's got 1, 3, and 7. Well, I had the 3, so I know we're in agreement with theatrics in there. And then the last, just 2 for her, and that's not the last. Oh, yeah, race 10. It is, and that is the 9 and the 11. Just like me, 9 and 11. I don't know if that's good or bad. No evidence and neighbors.
They're the 2 morning line favorites. I think they're the 2 most likely winners. They're the 2 horses that I zeroed in on as well, but they also do not have to win. The finale is fascinating.
No, it's fascinating. Very good. Now, getting back to this race, Brian, do you want to kick it off with the replay or talk about someone else to start? You got Imperial Princess along with Avatar Hero. We have a video.
Yeah, let's kick it off. Now, the morning line favorite, as Ronnie said, is out of this race. That's the 8 center stage. But here's Ipanema Princess. This is my top pick and my long shot today. She found herself a little bit last time, and whoa, Miso Jaramillo puts her on the lead. Go figure. Well, I got a feeling, Ronnie, she'll be on the lead today. I think she can get loose in here. I know she was 5th. She succumbed late. I think she can hang around a little bit longer today. I like that she finally showed some signs of life. It was a trainer switch, not a owner switch, just a trainer switch to Jose Gallegos. The question is, what does Dylan Davis on the 6 Galley Head do of her stretching out off Tapeta sprints where she chased at Woodbine? What does he do? If he doesn't go, Ipanema Princess can get loose in here, and I expect her to be in front.
You know, my long shot today is also in this race, and it's the 3 Confer. Now, if you look at this last race, you're saying, Ronnie, what are you doing? But I look at who starts back. I really like that performance. I thought the breaking from the rail just had it against her last time, going that mile in the 16th. This, showed some late interest in there. Now, Paco Lopez is going to ride. Who's hotter than Paco Lopez, according to yesterday? He'll be in the saddle. And I got a stat I want to show you with Laura Cesares, which I found intriguing to show you. She's not a household name, for lack of a better way of saying. This is layup 31 to 60 days in the term. 23%. $3.42 return of investment. Like I say, Paco Lopez in the saddle. Hey, I was hoping to get 10, 12 to 1. I don't know if I'll get that with the scratches center stage. But, if you look at the last race, you sort of have to be a forgiving sort.
Yeah, here's the thing, too, though. She's been closer early, and Paco will put her closer early because she can't be back where she was last race, being dead last and try to loop them. Paco will get more speed out of them. It's a big, big stat. Ronnie said it perfectly. You might not know the job, be too familiar with Laura Cazares. She does a very solid job. She's a good turf trainer as well. Yeah, I'm with you.
What about the number 5 horse in here, Strand of Gold, Rohan Crichton, third off the bench? When you see that avoided claim last time out, you sort of, once again, you look 2 back, 1 at this level in distance, steps up, they don't claim it, void the claim, comes back. Irad Ortiz Jr. in the saddle. I think maybe with the 8 out, this is the favorite.
It probably is, and that's Irad. That's great. He's phenomenal. She was behind everybody in that race last time. I don't know why the voided claim, but it leaves such a bad taste in your mouth.
100%.
Rohan, he's so good off the claim, and he didn't get anything off the claim last time from her. So she might be the favorite with the favorite out. I don't disagree with that statement at all, Ron, but she's not for me in here.
Let's go to race number 6 this afternoon. 5.5 furlongs. Starter optional claimer. No scratches, jockey changes. And Samantha has a late pick 5 ticket in here. And that's races 6 through 10. And Samantha was up late making up tickets. She's singling Lynn's Milky Way. Then lots of coverage.
Yep, my best bet is Lynn's Milky Way. So there's the single there. And then she's spreading in race 7 and race 8. She's spreading a little bit in race 9 and in race 10 as well. Good one on the turf. Good dirt racing today as well. We love that. And this is a fun sequence. The Rainbow kicking off in race number 5, Ron. There is there is not a Tapeta race at all in the Rainbow.
Yeah, so there you go. Look at that. So here, let's take a look at the horse that you two made your best bets, and I just put on top with other horses, and that is Lynn's Milky Way.
Yeah, she's 8-5 on your morning line. She could be 4-5 in this race. It wouldn't be too surprising because this is a darn good second, Ronnie, in a Tampa Stakes race. This race was at 7 furlongs. She's going to cut back to 5.5 today. She could not see out the 7 when she succumbs late to Dancing Magic, who's 7-2. We know win and you're in. We know her so well here. She swats her right here, and she did everything but win the race. What did she do at Gulfstream Park in her debut? She won the race by 11 lengths. We've got Irad. We're perfectly drawn outside all these other gals. She's so much the horse to beat in here today.
Call me crazy, which we do most of the time.
It's been known to be.
Cutting back to 5.5 furlongs when you go 6, 7, leaves, like you said, a little bad taste in my mouth. I like
You're a 7 furlong guy.
Everything that you say, I agreed with, but I just don't like when horses are progressing this way and all of a sudden they say, wait, I'm going back the other way.
No,
Does that make sense? Am I explaining it right? So I use Mom's Martini on it because a drop for Carlos David. And this one, of course, has been on the turf going long. Last start, going short, 2 starts back. That's 75 optional claimers. They're putting this one in for a tag. Won its debut, albeit in the slop, going 5/8.
Yeah.
What do we get today?
Well, she get a good effort. It's going to be the first time she's been on the main track with Lasix, which she added last time. She didn't run terribly in a turf route. I don't think that's what she wants to do. And Lush Lips look like she might win stakes races for Brendan Walsh, so that comes out of a good race as well. I've got no problem with her. And here's the good thing about Mom's Martini, too, is the favorite's going to zap all the other speed in this race. Mom's Martini will be sitting back kind of licking her chops a little bit.
What'd you see with Don't Tell Tomo? This one, Ken Sweezy, Jorge Ruiz.
I think this is the danger, Ron. If the favorite's going to stub or toe a little bit, you get Kent first time back to the main track. She's running at Del Mar. She's running at Santa Anita on the main track and doing very, very well. Kent gets to add Lasix, too. I think she could be very, very interesting if you're playing against a heavy favorite.
Yeah, they claimed this horse for $32,000, so you say, why are you in for $50,000?
Yeah.
It's a profit.
It's a profit.
So, and won 2 races, too. So, really, as we mentioned, just so many intriguing races this afternoon on this card. And we'll flip the page, if I possibly can, for 5 furlongs on the turf race 7. These are maiden filly 3-year-olds. No scratches in this race. And here's the one that I found that it was a little tough for me to handicap, to zero in on one horse, so I used the 3 on top, and that's Theatrics.
Yeah, I used 5 of them to kick off the late pick 4. We'll take a quick look at that ticket now. Just $10 or $15, for me. A lot of 6s in there, and you get the single in race number 8 with Big Pond on the comeback for Bill Mott. Race number 9. I used the 2 favorites. I didn't get too clever in that race. I'm going to put Catalytic on top as I did not like how Born Noble ran last time. And then I'm 3 deep in the finale. I've got the 6, actually, though, on top. National Secret on a price and on a pace play for Mike Maker, who's gotten going again. $15 late 4, Ronnie.
$15, and as you mentioned, you went 5 deep in this race, and that's the way I sort of looked at it. So I'll kick it off with the number 3 horse in here, Theatrics. Tell you what I thought. Rusty Arnold going to get Lasix this afternoon. I thought this horse ran a really good 3rd last time. I'm hoping the Lasix helps, and Tyler Gaffney-Owen's been riding good throughout the meet. This horse seems to fit for me.
Well, let's show you how good they all ran last time, because it was a good effort. Unshakable is going to finish 2nd over Theatrics, but I'm with you, Ron. And here's Starship Impulsive, too. This was Starship Impulsive's career debut, and she didn't do herself any favors. She broke slow. They bet her that day. She ran well. She came back to run well again. I like the speed of Theatrics, especially getting Lasix, and I think maybe what you're thinking as well. She might be able to pop this field, Ronnie, on the front end.
Yeah, I just thought she was the one that I thought would run well. You made, I use also, as you did, use Starship Impulsive along with Unshakable. Those are my 3.
I think you're supposed to get out of this race with those 3. They're the 3 favorites, obviously. The only outside the box horse to me, you've got the 1 in 4, Love Actually. That's Orsino trying turf. Good to see Joe win with a first-time starter, actually on the turf yesterday with Paco at a giant number. Dylan Davis is here. That's great. The one horse I thought that maybe could improve a lot is Sarah's Rose, the 10 for Barbosa, adding Lasix. Victor's not a first-out guy. He's a second-out guy.
Talking about Love Actually, this was getting blinkers, getting Lasix. Lasix. Hasn't been seen since July, but we know the connections to this horse,
Yep.
and I thought this horse ran exceptionally well. First race back, you attract Dylan Davis. I think this horse, for your try, for your super, you can't go that wrong.
I have no problem with if you're coming up with her at all. She's a daughter of Caravaggio, going to like the turf. The post is a problem, but you get blinkers, you get Lasix, and I'm a broken record. I can't say enough about Dylan Davis and the job he's doing around here.
You know, race number 8 this afternoon is going to be a 7-furlong sprint. This is, as Brian said, one of the best races you'll see around here. It also kicks off the coast to coast. This will be leg A. If you're not aware, we have the coast to coast now, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays during the championship meet. Some races here, some races at Santa Anita. We're going to scratch the 4 Stormy Matoli. Also going to scratch the 10 Adios Babe, who was my top pick in the race. And there's the, so it's 2 here. No.
3 here.
3 here, 2 there.
And you know what I love about this sequence today, Ronnie? We'll get you in and we'll get you out in 1 hour and 46 minutes. I love that tight window, and that's great for the player. You see the bottom line, the most important thing, retail only, no CAWs, no computers in this bet. It's for the players. It's a 15% takeout, as Pete will tell you time and time again today, over Lay City.
Yeah, and you know, thank goodness he can add, because it would have taken me 2.5 hours to figure that was
Yes.
a little over an hour then there. So, a big pond, right? That's how we go? That's what the replay that was showing? That's where we go?
Yeah, and we're going to caution everybody. Now, the circumstances didn't work out for the 2 big Bill Mott favorites yesterday on the comeback, but neither of them won. Knightsbridge at a minuscule price, and then Big Pond couldn't, or the other one yesterday in the stakes, excuse me. But this is Big Pond, and she is a graded stakes caliber filly. And here's the other thing. Yes, it's a starting point. It's probably a prep for a stakes here later in the meet. But look at the works at Payson. It does not appear like Bill is going to send out a short horse today. She lays over this field on class. There is plenty of pace to set her up. And here's a Hall of Famer that Stat Boy found doing his thing. Look at that.
Lay up 180 days plus, dirt sprints, 24%, 56% in the money, and a good positive return of investment there. You know, sometimes when we say 170, when you say that's not over $2, you don't get 171 on Bill Mott. That's why it's green. That's why, you know, you look up the stats, it's in the green, it's not in the red.
Exactly, and you got a lot of horses like Big Pond who are hit favorites, and, you know, much the best. And I expect her to come back today, Ron.
We disagreed a little bit yesterday about that. I thought both his horses ran well and going to really move forward off those.
No, I thought they both ran. No, my point was they got an unfortunate set of circumstances.
Right.
Knightsbridge was dueled into the ground,
right.
Won the battle, lost the war to Inveigled, and then Grand Job as well. Just essentially had to be pot committed entering the far turn when the 30-1 nagged her. They both ran very, very well.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that was their first 2-turn start.
So they're going to move way forward off that. What'd you see with the number 8 in here? Done enough? Has this one done enough?
Well, I scratch into her for second. I like that. This was at 6:10 for me. I move her up to second. Done enough ran well last time. She's going to be part of the pace. The pace looks very hot in here.
Yeah, you know, my top pick was Adios Babe.
Oh,
so
I had her last time.
all along, you know. So.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I went to the inside, too, with Wailu. I think it's pronounced Safi Joseph Jr. A couple of really nice races at Keeneland and Churchill Downs. Comes here, doesn't really run that well. I think there's more left there that this horse can bounce back. Second off the bench, you're getting our leading rider. I think there's positive moves there.
She was really bad last time, and she got the flow of the race is going to help her today, but I wonder if she got exposed a little bit as not quite classing up. Those races at Churchill, those races at Keeneland were against lesser. She's going to have to prove it today. She'll run on late. I think the extra furlong will help her too.
Yeah, you know, and once Adios Babe was out, I mean, it's like 6 times winner, whatever she was. Changed the race around a lot. Going to race number 9 this afternoon. This one is this will be leg B in the coast to coast. You already have to be in. It's a mile and a 16th. It's an allowance optional claimer, and absolutely the fun returns. And, you know, I saw this race totally different than you, just in a fun way. We'll start with the horse, I guess the morning line favorite in here, and that's the 7 Catalytic. Is that, no, second choice. Let's start there.
Yeah, I got no problem with what you're trying to do, and we'll get to you in a second. I liked Catalytic's return. I did not like Born Noble's return at all. Catalytic is proven at 2 turns. He ran like a horse that needed his last race, but he still ran big. and that's the thing I like. Conversely, Born Noble, I didn't think ran at all last time. So Catalytic to me at 2 turns. And the other thing is, too, Ronnie, Born Noble, the 6 horse, who's your morning line favorite, he's never run 2 turns. He's got to prove it today. You're trying to pop the field, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to pop the field with Stucky. I just thought this horse was like one of those ooh-ah moments. This horse is so good. Now, Del Romans, he was in fuego for the beginning part of the meet. As you can see, 8 wins out of 20 starts. I want to show you a stat with him, and this is right now with Dale Romans that I found intriguing to look at. Sprint the route on the dirt past 5 years, 19%, 39% in the money, and he's got that positive return of investment. So I was enamored with the horse. So I think he's the one to catch in here. And I think that Dale has just been going so good that I'm going to give this horse another shot.
Well, he's going to be in front. The question is who runs with him. He's going to try 2 turns again. He's going to face winners. I hope you get the price you're supposed to, Ron, because he is looking up at a lot of these. It's a big ask for him today.
Yeah. What about McCowan in here with Todd Pletcher? That we both have some interest in. I got him second. You got him third.
He's next time, right?
Yeah.
He wants longer. Don't forget now, this is a short stretch finish line, too. That'll flatter your horse.
Yes.
I don't think it's going to flatter McCown. This is a starting off point for a horse that wants to go farther.
We're going to flip the page, go to our final race of the afternoon. It's 5 on the grass. And grass, if you're just joining us, is Firm Maidens. And if you're just joining us, you're missing a good show. Scratch the 4, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Did we ever get a jock on the number 9 up there, guys, upstairs? Nope, no jockey yet on. This is amazing.
That's
He's
a bummer,
favorite.
too, because the Hall of Famer Joe El Rosario got me home in the finale yesterday, and what a ride he put on that Chad Brown horse in the finale. Oh, boy.
Let's see the number 9 replay. We'll let you know who's going to ride it, but right now we'll show you the replay.
Yeah, so he was very, very green and wide here at Saratoga. You see him getting floated here. We know these Dean Reeves colors, Reeves Thoroughbreds in the gang, and it looks like he's going to level off and go right on by, but he had no idea what the heck he was doing, Ronnie, and that was his first start, and I think he was going to win pretty comfortably, and he just said, oh, look at this. Okay, thank you, boys. Boys upstairs are phenomenal, and you ain't going to have any problem with Paco Lopez, who's going to ride today, who's going to be very aggressive with this horse, and he'll put this horse in the race. Paco will ride.
I sort of jumped the gun without talking about your horse first. I want to hear about National Secret.
Let's see. I got to turn the page as I write down Paco here. National Secret, speed. That's what it is, Ron. It's turf horse, speed. A horse that I think can make the front on a course that is playing to speed. So snappy at 5 furlongs, and Mike Maker's starting to get going again.
Yeah, the other horse I think you got to use, and we both did, and that's the 11 Neighbors. You know, horse just ran so well for Marcassi, albeit that was on the Tapeta, but this one is now coming back as a gelding. And you know, once again, you want to go with the broken record theme. How good has Dylan Davis been riding? It doesn't seem to, post positions don't seem to bother him.
I think that's a great point, Ron. He's done some good work from bad draws, and this horse, I think, moves forward, named after the phenomenal rookie receiver from the Giants, Malik Neighbors, and, big threat in here.
I got to talk to Dylan after he won the stake yesterday, and he said to me, I said, what did they tell you about the first mile and the 16th? He said, I asked some questions, but I just let the horse do what he wanted to do. So it was not a big concern for him. We're talking about the first finish line in there. So that's it. That's the 10. But we got a really good lightning round. We're going to jump right into it before we turn it over to Pete Aiello. And just look, almost $100,000 already in the pick 5.
Yeah, the lightning round starts with the rainbow, and I hope you hit it yesterday because it was a monumental score for, well, several people with such a huge pool, over almost $4 million. But look at that, Ronnie, $164,000 and change. Wowzers.
Well, you know, you had to beat those 2 big favorites of Vilmont's, like you said. You know, a lot of people, including myself, I didn't single both, but I singled one of them. Everybody in America, I think, did, except these people that got $164,000. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We start anew today with the broken record. Every time it's hit, the first day back, they bet it, you got a chance to win it.
Yep, no doubt about it. And one of the horses that spiced it up was Dazzling Move, because Grand Job was about 6-5 on the tote board, but we're going to show you the Grade 3 Royal Delta. And if you watch this race, it was actually Dazzling Moon who was about 6-5 entering the far turn, because the heavy favorite got nagged by a 30-1 the whole way. How about the resoluteness of not only the horse, but of Dylan Davis? It looked like the favorite swatted her off the far turn.
Yeah, no, he rode a great race, and he gets up, and I talked to him once again. He said, I just watched the 8 and 5 in front of me in tours. He said they were dueling, and he said, I just thought if I sit here, I'd be all right.
His eyes are probably about this big because it was all right in front of him. He was about 6 lengths clear of everybody else. It was the absolute dream scenario.
Coast to coast.
Yep, coast to coast
right?
today. Yeah, great inside of 2 hours. The window, 3 here, 2 at our sister track at Santa Anita. Ronnie, I love when we get this tight little window, less than 2 hours. What a bet for the player.
Tropical Turf Pick 3 kicks off in race number 5 this afternoon. So, once again, it pays great. It's races 5, 7, and number 10. See, it starts about 2:19 p.m., $3 minimum wage.
Yep, 15% takeout. It kicks off with the Rainbow Six like it did yesterday. And this is some big news Wednesday and moving forward, okay? First post now starting Wednesday and moving forward with every day but Fountain of Youth and Curlin Florida Derby Day. 12:50 in the p.m.
Yeah, mark that down. That's, 30 minutes longer than we
Yes.
normally start, so make sure you do that. And, of course, we'll still have that great racing just starting around. We always do this in the spring to keep in contact with New York and whatever who change their post times, because let's hope they do get some warm weather soon up there.
Yeah.
They get hammered with snow. Best bet today for you?
Yep, it's race number 6, and it's the 7 Linz Milky Way.
And my best bet this afternoon comes in. It's a big pond for Billy Mott. And long shot today for you? I
Yeah.
think we're in the same race.
Yeah, we are, and I'm the 1 Impanema Princess, and you're a couple stalls over, right?
Yeah, I am Confer trying to bounce back for Laura Cesares with the red-hot Paco Lopez. That's it for us. Turn it over to Pete Aiello. Samantha will be joining us throughout the afternoon. Good luck with all your selections. And that's it. We got no more, right?
Nothing to add.